Aloha kakahiaka Hawks. Happy Wednesday, happy Puakolu. I am here today to make sure you remember that we have lots of important events coming up. And I want to make sure that in your advisory classes, you should be learning how to play the Rochambeau rock, paper, scissors game. Make sure you learn how to play that because this Friday on August 5th, the second part of advisory on Eflon, you are going to play a really fun school-wide game of rock, paper, scissors. And the winning class gets a pizza party and maybe a lot more things, a lot more prizes for you coming up. I also wanted to make sure we are getting, I saw a lot of our Kumu and a lot of our Haumana in different classrooms, really building relationships, getting to know each other. I know I stepped into Mr. Lincoln's classroom and we learned the new game called How to Not Make a Flower. It was kind of like Scrabble and Pictionary all in one. It was pretty fun. I had fun with the sixth graders. So I'm really enjoying seeing us back in school, getting to know each other better because the more we know each other, the more we strengthen the relationships, Pilina with one another, the better our learning is going to be with one another. I wanted to share too. Mrs. Kaiser is our new library media specialist, aka librarian. And she's planning some really fun literacy events. One of them that's coming up in September is our book fair. Yeah. And so, speaking of books, you don't have to wait till the book fair to read a book, right? I wanted to share the book that I just started reading. This book is The Diaries of Queen Liliuokalani of Hawaii. She was born on September 2nd, so her birthday is coming up. And I know a lot of us paddle. I know we have some Kaihitu paddlers in the house, like Kea in 8th grade. Is a Kaihitu paddler. We have some Kaiopua paddlers in the house too. So the Queen Liliuokalani race is coming up on Labor Day weekend in honor of our queen. Did you know that like it was mandatory for Queen Liliuokalani and her siblings to keep a diary, to keep a journal? And I think that is what Miss Spinney's education class, you 8th graders, are going to be doing some. Every time you come into class, you're going to do some journal writing, which is really good for your mind and your heart. And so I'm encouraging all of you to do that. I also found out some really, I didn't realize that. And I thought I should get into journaling too. But this is a really good book. This book is filled with, it's such a big book. It's going to take me a long time to read this, but it's filled with what she journaled every single day. And so one part that I read this morning was about how on a Sunday she went out into the woods in Palolo. Palolo is a town on Oahu, and she was like cleaning up. She was doing like some community service, and she felt so good doing community service. She felt like this stillness and the power of nature. And that was on Sunday, February 1st. That she was writing about it. And she doesn't write like huge long pages every day. She writes just little snippets, like a little 2 to 3 sentences a day and jots it down. So I highly recommend that you do that in class or at home. Read a book, keep a journal, just a literacy tip for the day. So this is one of the books that I'm reading, The Diaries of Queen Liliuokalani of Hawaii. Like I said, her birthday is coming up on September 2nd. And our book fair is going to be in September. I think it will be held downstairs in the Hawk Nest, and Mrs. Kaiser is in charge of that. Speaking of other fun events that are coming up, next week, oh my gosh, this is next week, Saturday. Our fun run is coming up. So we will be shooting in a text message and an email to your families to invite them to our fun run on Saturday morning here on our campus. Come as early as 7 o'clock to register. The race starts at 8 o'clock. A lot of really fun prizes, different aid stations on campus. So if you've never been to a race, come on down to this one. This will be your first one. Our PCNC, Randall Smith, is putting it on for us. And I'm really, really excited about that.